Okay. Mo ti mọ̀ di tí ìyá ẹ fi ń pè mí o. Mi ò mọ nǹkan tó fà á tí kinní yẹn tó fi mute bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn jàre, ẹ má bínú. Wọ́n máa ń dùn mí. Mo dẹ̀ ti sọ̀rọ̀ bí ìṣẹ́jú mélòó kan. Kind of yẹ̀yẹ́ be this. Kí ló dé tí kìwọ̀ kinní máa ń mute ara ẹ̀ náà? Why now? Ó dùn mí gan o. Ẹ má bínú, mo dúpẹ́ mọ̀. Ẹyẹ èèyàn, nǹkan tí ó pa mí lẹ́rìn-ín. Nǹkan tó pa mí lẹ́rìn-ín màá tún mú láti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Mo ní mo yẹ gbé àáfàá báyìí. Pásítọ̀, màá tó àṣírí ẹ̀. Pásítọ̀ mi àáfàá, màá sọ ohun tó sọ. Mo ní kí ló dé lẹ́yìn Mùsùlùmí tẹ́ láìkí ìjàngbọ̀n. Ìjàngbọ̀n náà fi dómi yín ni. Táàfàá àti pásítọ̀ bá ti wà nù mọ́tò mi tí n bá ti lè gbé wọn báyìí, wàhálà ni. Wọ́n méjèèjì máa ń jà ṣáá ni. Kí ló dé? Wọ́n fi jà ṣe yìí. Àáfàá, ìwọ ló kọ́ sí tààrọ̀ yìí. Ìwọ ló kọ́ sí tààrọ̀ yìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ìwọ. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Àáfàá Tájù, ẹ ṣọ́ ara yín. Màá mú yín lọ Oǹdó, ẹ lọ jẹ ajá. Ẹ bá jẹ ajá, ara yín máa balẹ̀, ẹ ní máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe. Èèyàn kan wà lórí ètò ìbáyìí tó ti jẹ ajá. Ajá gbígbẹ. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá nílò ajá gbígbẹ, ajá àyàngbẹ. Wọ́n ṣe é mi sà. Owó dí ọ̀nà yìí mẹ́rin ó gbóǹdó bẹ́ẹ̀ mẹ́fọ̀dé èdè ń gbọ́. Wọ́n bá nídìí ajá yóò gbá ẹ̀. Àmọ́ ṣe yẹ. Wákà sanwó shipment. Ajá gbígbẹ. Àsanwó oyún ìkónù àti táìbù àtàtà odò. Ìgíjẹ mo bí ẹ̀yìndé jẹ́ ìmọ̀bọ̀ bí ajá ń jẹ. Ìwọ̀n wo ìjájá tán bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ ń dè gbóǹdó. So bí ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń bá bọ̀ ẹ má jẹ́ ń distract. Làáfàá bá wọlé sínú mọ́tò láàárọ̀ ló wá ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ pásítọ̀ pé pásítọ̀ ṣé o lè búra fún mi pé ò ní girlfriend. No, ìpátá ni ẹ̀yin àáfàá, ìpátá ayé. Bàbá olúwo sọ pé tóun ti dún junction tá a bá gbé wọn sìn màá dá ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn sílẹ̀ wọn á wá dáta afárán aṣarán fáṣarán ti ajérò fún ajérò àbí báwọn náà ṣe ń sọ. Iṣẹ́ tí mo gbàgbọ́ pé ẹ ti ń gbọ́ mi mọ́ o torí mi ò mọ nǹkan tó lè yín ṣó ìdánimọ̀ yìí. Iṣẹ́ tí mo rán bàbá wo ó lóun jíṣẹ́ torí àgbákòbà náà ó lè sa àgbákòbà náà pẹ̀lú ẹni tí bàbá dárúkọ ẹ̀ ń gbà yẹn pé wọ́n rán. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé bí Nàìjíríà ṣe ń lọ yìí láàárọ̀ yìí ọlọ́pàá wọ́n sì yin ìbọn pa ọmọ 17 years old nílùú Ìbàdàn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ́tò yẹn ó ń lọ ó fẹ́ escape pé kò ń tètè gbọ́mọ ọmọ tó fẹ́ lọ ṣe wà ẹ̀dẹ̀ dànù. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká tara wa. Mi ní pẹ́ lórí road chat yìí àfà. Ẹni tó bá ní voice note, ẹni tó ní social media, ẹ̀yin celebrities say something. Kì í ṣọmú ọyàn tẹ́ ń gbé síta ẹ̀ la fẹ́ jẹ. Say the truth to the power. Wọ́n ti gáàgì ẹ̀gbọ́n ojú yọ bọ́. Wọ́n ti gáàgì. In most cases, àwọn tó ṣiṣẹ́ ní Aso Rock yẹn, wọ́n jẹ́ kó di mímọ̀ fún wa wípé àwọn tó ń lead yẹn, most of nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ni wọn ò kì í mọ̀. Wọn à jẹ́ kán mọ̀. Torí olè tí wọ́n ń jà. Iṣẹ́ ibi tí wọ́n máa ń ṣe. Ẹ má dákẹ́. Màmá tó ń tata orí TikTok yéreyère tẹ̀yin celebrity ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ń ṣe content creator wọn tẹ̀ ń ṣe yìí. Ẹ lọ sí ìsọ̀ onísọ̀ ẹ dédé gbé ọkù ọmọ ẹ máa gbé síbẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn àṣà ẹlòmíì adédé fi fọ́ndùgbẹ̀ ẹ pé ní fọ́ndùgbẹ̀ ní dọ̀tọ̀ ìyẹn blomblom ẹ yé pàwù ẹ ṣe bí ẹ pẹ́ dákú wọ́n yìnbọn pa yín nígbà tí táwọn èèyàn bá sáré tán bá forí lálẹ̀ tán bá kú sí yín lọ́rùn màá rán yín létí in tó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ fi social media ṣe ẹ fi ṣe torí kọ́bọ̀ owó orí burúkú tẹ̀ ń gbà àwọn nǹkan tí ò dá àìmọye content tó wà pa lórí social media náà tó fi ń ṣẹ́tù nǹkan tó fi ń tú àṣírí nǹkan ẹ lọ wo VDM náà ẹ rí VDM ni ẹ rí nǹkan tó ń ṣe ni àwọn èèyàn gidi á tẹ̀lé àwọn èèyàn gidi á support yín kí dẹ̀ ṣe pé ẹ lọ sí school ẹ wà lọ create content burúkú content tí ò dá ìmí àgbé ọyàn ẹ̀ síta ìmí ìdí náà ń gbé síta báyìí ìmí àmọ́ tòtòkùtò lórí alóńdólò àti wíwà lóko nǹkan ṣe àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yamayama ní ọ̀rọ̀ tí ò nítumọ̀ ẹ máa wá sọ lórí social media ẹranko jákèjádì ìlú bàjẹ́ tó yẹn àwọn olóṣèlú yẹn ò kó rọ̀ yín lọ́rùn ní lẹ́ẹ̀fi sọ̀rọ̀ òun ni Yorùbá sọ pé bá dákẹ́ jẹ́ àbá dákẹ́ wọ́n bìlífù pé ẹ wà ókè ní Friday tó lọ yìí odindi city kan ní àwọn Boko Haram overrun ìlú tó jẹ́ pé ìlú ẹni tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kú ní presidency nìyẹn ó ti sá kó lu ẹ̀ ó ti sá lọ sí Kaduna ní Buhari tó bà ìlú yẹn jẹ́ nígbà tó fẹ́ sọ pé tó ní àfi kí Jonathan lọ pé òun á make ìlú yẹn ungovernable fún Jonathan tí n bá ní kí n máa ka orúkọ àwọn tó lọ ṣe protest ńgbà yẹn bàbá wa tó ṣe ń ké tó ní látàrí nàbí whatever Túndé Bákàrè ó pẹ̀lú àwọn tó lọ ṣe rally ńgbà yẹn ọwọ́ mọ́ fẹ́ lápẹ̀lú àwọn tó lọ ṣe rally mi ò lè kà wọ́n tó àti Tinubu tó lọ ṣe rally tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé Jonathan ti gba àwọn machinery kan wá kílé àwọn wèrè dànù ẹ̀yin Hausa yìí kan náà lẹ pariwo pé wọ́n ń pa àwọn èèyàn yín títí lórí Buhari wá sí meeting kan bàdàn gbà yín ni wọ́n ń pa àwọn èèyàn ó dórí oyè ó kó gbogbo Fúlàní wá ìlú ẹ̀ gọ́vọ́nà Sulu ẹ̀mí ọmọkùnrin yẹn gbìyànjú ìgbà free something ìgbà rice ìgbà empowerment ìgbà kínní àwọn Boko Haram ti gba ẹmọye cities àwọn gọ́fìnà yín ló ṣàfẹ́nu wọn sọ bọ̀ lára àwọn gọ́fìnà yín kẹ̀ ló ń sọ wípé kákó àwọn Fúlàní pé Nàìjíríà wọn làwọn ní níbo mò ń bọ̀rọ̀ mi bọ̀ àfà ẹ fi pásítọ̀ lẹ̀ pásítọ̀ bá fẹ́ ní gẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ kó ní gẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ níṣẹ́ yín lè jà ẹ̀yin lẹ́ máa dájọ́ ẹ̀ ní ẹgbàgbéjọ àìmọye àwọn pásítọ̀ tó wá sílùú òyìnbó ń bíbá ká mọ gẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ ní wọn ẹ lọ́jọ́ kọ́ yìí pásítọ̀ kan sọ ọjọ́ sí tó sọ pé òun kì í lóògùn àdẹ̀mọ́ dọ́kítọ̀ ẹ̀ wọn kábẹ́rẹ́ bòwe ẹ̀ ẹ lọ́jọ́ kó ẹ jẹ́ ká máa tàn yín jẹ àkókò tó yẹ kẹ́ jẹun kẹ́ jẹ àkókò tó yẹ kẹ́ mú kẹ́ mú mi tó yẹ kẹ́ sinmi kẹ́ sinmi ẹ jẹ́ kẹ́ni máa tàn yín pé àjẹ́ kan wà bí ká àjẹ́ kan ń jà kò sáàjẹ́ kankan bí kan kò sí mèrè kankan bí kankan ẹ̀yin fún ara yín là jẹ́ ara yín àwa là ń dààmú ara wa Yorùbá gan lọ ara ẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣáàjẹ́ ló wá da Yorùbá ṣọ́ọ̀bù ṣáàjẹ́ àbáwọn tó ń lu owó ń pọ́npọ́ láìpòtọ́ àwọn èèyàn gidi àwọn tó rẹ́dì láti jà ẹjílé wọn dànù torí ìwà òṣónú ìwà ìdààmú àdánìkan jẹ fún irọ́ àmọ́gbà àtìgbà lọ́la àtìgbà you don't do that ayé 21st century sí ò lè rẹ́sì hope èèyàn tọ́wọ́n bá ti rí nǹkan yẹn wọ́n máa ìpẹ̀yìndà yẹn á wá worst come on man àwa wọn àti kọjá ọmọ àgbẹ̀ kọrùn roko nǹkan wọn máa fi ajá lọ́gọ̀ fáwa ibẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ mú lọ ká pẹnu kan ká sọ̀rọ̀ Buhari ti da nǹkan rú gidi kó tó lọ a mọ̀ wípé ẹgbẹ́ mi ojú tó yọbọ́ tí òfò náà mọ̀ pé ó ti da nǹkan rú òun ló gbóhùn lè ṣe é ó ṣèlérí pé ó lè ṣe ni Agbakoba tutu àti rán Agbakoba ti sọ ojú abẹ́ nǹkó the solution Agbakoba pẹ̀lú àwọn tó ja ogun yìí tán ja ogun yìí pé láyé a gbọ́dọ̀ kúrò lábẹ́ ìsìnrú lára àwọn tí mo gbé fún tí mo gbà fún nìyẹn lára àwọn tí mo gbà fún òun ni Agbakoba mo gbà fún kò tún pè é lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo ní mo gbà fún Agbakoba kílẹ̀ wí pásọ̀ ara nǹkan tí mo láìkì ní ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn pásítọ̀ nìyẹn gently ẹ̀rí kò dáhùn látẹ̀kọ́ ńgbà tí àfáà àti tó dá sí dáhùn pásítọ̀ mo ń gbọ́ yín kílẹ̀ sọ ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan tí Agbakoba wí mo dẹ̀ ní o ẹ jẹ́ kí n kúrò ní kọ̀rọ̀ yìí ẹ jẹ́ kí n kúrò níbí ṣe ti gbọ́ màá play ẹ̀ sí ẹ rí Agbakoba ti parí ó ti yanjú ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn sẹ́ ti yanjú ẹ̀.
I put you in a rather difficult situation. Perhaps not sure. What you at this age, what you probably will imagine you'll be in, but it's going to be a very few minutes of feeling like that. Let's assume that you are President Olisa Agbakoba, President of Nigeria. Just for a moment,
President Agbakoba,
and for all you have analyzed, President Olisa Agbakoba, what would you do to Nigeria today if you were the president?
The first thing I'll do is to dismantle the Constitution. That's the first thing I'll do. I'll dismantle the Constitution. I'll call in the elders, social elders, religious elders, traditional elders, political elders, and say, I'm in trouble. Things are not working. What can we do? I'll have a frank conversation and say, I'd like to make Nigeria a place where everybody feels equal. And the only way I can do it is to take government to the roots. There are things I can't do that I see in the Constitution. I don't want to do them. So I would like to have a situation where I distribute power and pass a new constitution. And in fact, I see a model. I see the 1963 model. Can we have that so that the regions will have its space? MK.
Ṣé máa gbọ́ ẹni tọ́pọ̀lọ ẹgbẹ́ mi ojú yọbọ́. Ṣé máa gbọ́ kékeré lẹ́sìn gbọ́ yóò pásítọ̀. Ṣé máa gbọ́ ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi. Ṣé máa gbọ́ nǹkan tí mi ń sọ. If every region has their power, ẹ bá pín competition máa wà. Àwọn tó yẹ kó ní gbogbo àníkangun polisi wà gbogbo ẹ̀ á ṣe. Eléyìí tọ́kàn ọgbà rọ̀hún tọ́kàn kó tọ́kàn fi mọ́tò Dangote kó àwọn kan wá síbì kan gbogbo ẹ̀ ò ní síbẹ̀ mọ́. Ẹ̀yin ní ẹ kàn fẹ́ gba ojú window ẹ fẹ́ tibẹ̀ ló gba nation ní òkò pẹ̀lú constitution 1999 tó sọ pé tẹ́ ẹ bá ṣe pé tristan ni ẹ wo nǹkan tó ń ṣe sí ọ̀gbẹ́ni tó wà ní Sam Ekpa ẹ wo nǹkan tó ń ṣe fún Demdikanu ẹ wo nǹkan tó ń ṣe fún gbogbo constitution yẹn ni ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ nǹkan tá Agbakoba sọ the solution first thing first.
When I visited him, that one of the ways in which he had peace was he never allowed any wife to dominate. So if wife A wanted to cook okra soup for the kids, that's fine. Another one wants to cook amala, that is fine. But if you decide to have one central wife who says today is rice and beans, but most of the children don't want it, then there's a problem. So decentralization is the way to go.
Sadly, your reign as president is over. Unfortunately, I made you president in 1 minute, and you've told us what you will do. But now, do you think that the original president, President Bola Tinubu, has the political will or could do what you have described now?
A comment.
I don't see why not. Bola Tinubu is a great friend of mine. And we used to talk very much in the democracy during the struggle. And I don't see what's holding him, honestly. I think he has the will and the capacity to carve his name in history. There is not President Tinubu reducing his powers and strengthening the states and the local government will not make him less President Tinubu. It will make him more effective. You know what I always tell people who are my friends in politics? I say, you guys spend too much politicking. Every night you are cavorting in rooms and all that. But there's something very simple you can do. Win the hearts and minds of people. It's the easiest way. Win people by being good. Deliver schools, deliver hospitals, deliver good jobs. They will not forget you. They will in fact line up and vote for you because you are the man who did not ask anything from them. But if you think you can keep buying, because you know the game of Nigerian politics is to buy the votes and to read. You know that. That's why every time we are over clogging the courts with petitions. Why can't politicians, and for the life of me, I don't understand it. I am a political leader. God has allowed me the opportunity to govern people. I will do good by them. That's how they will love me. That's the reason they will come back and say, we want you to continue. That's the easiest way to get into government and to continue for the 8 years that you are there. Why would you, when you are elected, not do anything? Well, it beats me. It beats me. I don't understand it. Why come to office in the first place?
Yeah. Let me allow you. You said the president is your very good friend. He's getting into his second year of his reign as president. And if you are to tell him something tonight about the way our country is, and you have said earlier today that we urgently need to take action for our country to move forward. Let's assume Mr. President Bola Tinubu is watching you tonight. What would you be telling him right now?
Yes. But I've told him. I've told him.
What did you tell him?
Had the opportunity.
Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ wà ní ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu tẹ́ ń bá ṣiṣẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ látòrí bọ́dà mi Gbajabiamila. Ó ń ṣe dáadáa ní Sùúrùlérè ní constituency ó ń gbìyànjú Gbajabiamila, to be honest. Bó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ńgbà kan tó ń pe àwọn kan terrorist kò jẹ́ kí n láìkí ẹ̀ tó mo ti dáríjì. Torí téèyàn bá ṣe nǹkan téèyàn sọ bó ṣe. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ látòrí torí òní chief officer àbí chief of kìíní kan, chief of staff ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Gbajabiamila. Ẹ jẹ́ kí ẹ̀gbọ́n ojú tó yọbọ́ tí ò fọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kó ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ kó ṣe. Orúkọ rere ó sàn ju 80 years lọ. Orúkọ rere wọn ò lè gbàgbé láyé Mandela. Orúkọ rere sàn ju 80 years lọ. Ó sọ kò sẹ́ni tó lè sọ ọmọ ẹ̀ ní Abacha Nàìjíríà yẹn mọ́ láyé. Àbó lè sọ ọmọ ẹ̀ ní Mobutu. Àbó lè sọ ọmọ ẹ̀ ní Idi Amin. Sí orúkọ rere ẹnìkan wà tó ti jẹ́ òkó tiẹ̀ bọ̀ Nàìjíríà rí tí wọ́n máa ń kó aṣọ ẹ̀ bí ilé minister for kìíní kan bóyá finance bóyá ní Nàìjíríà ń gbà yẹn. Òun dà lónìí gbogbo nǹkan tó kó jọdà. Abíọ́lá táwa gan dọ́là náà gbogbo nǹkan tó kó jọdà àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ń ṣaládìta. Kò sí béèyàn bá kú gbogbo nǹkan tó ní láyé kú nìyẹn ṣá. Ó ti kú nìyẹn. Èyí tí ọ̀rẹ́ mi ṣe yìí tó kàn ń ṣe sókè yìí sísàlẹ̀ oníkálùkù gbé kádàrá tiẹ̀ wálé ni. O lè lo kádàrá bàbá ẹ̀ má ṣe èèwọ̀ o lè ṣẹlẹ̀. Work for your own. Work for your own. Gbogbo à ń kó táàsì à ń ṣe kíní kan à ń fi géètì gbawó à ń fi kíní kan gbogbo ẹ̀ ló máa lọ àdìtàn. Àwọn kan ti ṣe rí èèyàn la travel kò síbi tí ò níyàwó sí lágbàáyé òun dà àwọn ọmọ náà dà lónìí. Ẹnìkan bẹ ọmọ wọ ni mo láìkùnrin ọ̀pọ̀ bárí wa lóde ìwọ̀n wù àwọn tẹ̀m̀bẹ̀lú. Bẹ́ẹ̀ lásàjà ńlá kúbi jẹ́ òjẹ́ wọ̀bọ̀ ọ̀bọ̀ òkèbọ̀bọ̀ òkèrò jẹ lábẹ́ kẹsì. Iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ wa làwa ń jẹ ìròtájọ ń rìn o ká má mọ̀ bára wa lójú o tuntun. ọ̀rẹ́ mi máa ṣe mí kémi máa kí ẹ ní kò máa ṣe mí tó bá fẹ́ kémi tẹ̀ mọ́ kí ẹ. ọ̀rọ̀ wọn lọ́jọ́ tó dòru o kọ́ lọ́mọ mọ́mọ́ rẹ̀ pa mọ́ ni mo mọ̀ ìrìn tájọ rìn o ká má mọ bára wa lójú o tó. èrò mìíràn wọ̀ ẹ bá mi gbé ọ̀ṣọ́ mi. àwòdáàdì mọ́ta lọ́wọ́ o kí ọ. gbogbo nǹkan tí bàbá mi yẹn kò yẹ ẹnìkan bẹ tí wọ́n ń pè ní Gbẹ́ngà Adébóyè Àbẹ̀fẹ́ jẹngbẹtì èlé pásítọ̀ àfà olúwo kábíyèsí ohun tó ń bẹ lẹ́nu ẹ̀ ó lè lo ohun arúgbó ó lè lo ohun ọmọ kékeré ó lè lo àgbàlagbà ó kú Gbẹ́ngà Adébóyè níbi tí títí ẹ̀ another 100 years la tún máa rírú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn níbi títí ẹ̀ lè dé Gbẹ́ngà Adébóyè kú ó dé ọ̀run wọ́n ní kó padà kó lọ ṣàtúnṣe nítorí pé ìwà tó kù láyé Gbẹ́ngà Adébóyè kò kọ́lé kò ń yọjú òun ló gbé fíbà sókè wọn ò lè gbàgbé ẹ̀ síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ náà gbogbo lẹ́gẹ̀sì ẹ̀ ti lọ ọmọ kan jáde ó ní Gbẹ́ngà Adébóyè return kò dàbí mọ́ torí pé ògo tá a gbé fún yẹn ẹni mi ò lè lò ó ẹgbẹ́ mi ojú tó yọbọ tí ò fọ àtàwọn tó kó yín tira gbogbo nǹkan téèyàn kó jọ láyé òfúdù fẹ́ tẹ̀ ìfúgàn títí tèmi tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí àìnítẹ́lọ́rùn Sátánì ti dà sáyé ó ń ṣe irú wa yìí gan fún ara wa àwọn pásítọ̀ gbogbo ti chọ́ọ̀chì síbí ní chọ́ọ̀chì sọ́hún at the end of the day òun dà lónìí àbá Orímọládé Mósè Orímọládé tó gbàdúrà ẹ̀bọra tó wà lórí ìjókòó tó ń gbẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì lulẹ̀ lórí ìdúró ẹ̀ ọmọ àpẹyà gbogbo nǹkan tó fi sílẹ̀ ní tó fi sílẹ̀ ni wípé ó ṣe òtítọ́ orúkọ yẹn ò parẹ́ bàbá wa Ọ̀ṣọ́fà Bíléwù kó dúró ńkọ́ orúkọ tó fi sílẹ̀ nìkan ló kù ó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé àwọn kan bẹ̀ sí ń wọ ọbẹ̀ tán ń ṣe yéreyère lónìí ọmọbìnrin kan ó ti ṣe pọ́n fídíò pọ́nì aṣẹ́wó tí ọkùnrin á máa bá sùn ní ihò ìdí ẹ̀mí tó ti ń ṣu mí á máa bá sùn ní ojú ara níbi tó ṣe pọ́n fídíò tó ṣe kí náà ti ń pè fídíò pọ́n fídíò nǹkan tí mo wá sí nìyẹn fídíò àwọn oníṣekúṣe níbi tó ṣe é dé ó dé stage ní ẹnu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ó lóun ti born again ó lọ wọṣọ sẹ̀lẹ̀ àtúntò yẹn pariwo sẹ̀lẹ̀ lọ nítorí pé Bíléwù Ọ̀ṣọ́fà ó ní lẹ́gẹ̀sì kan ẹ̀gbọ́n kí ló lẹ́gẹ̀sì wo ló fẹ́ mú sílẹ̀ èèyàn kan ni wọ́n ń pè ní Ọbàtálá ọba táàsà ọba takuntakun lẹ́gẹ̀sì wo ló fi sílẹ̀ ènìyàn ní Ọ̀rúnmìlà kì í ṣe òjìjí kìdẹ̀ ń ṣe ìmọ̀lẹ̀ Ọ̀rúnmìlà ní ènìyàn ní ohun tó fi sílẹ̀ ọkùn Ifá tó fi sílẹ̀ lónìí àwọn èèyàn ò lè gbàgbé ẹ̀ tí wọ́n bá dá Ifá bá kí Ifá lọ ẹ̀ pé wọ́n pọ̀ Ọ̀rúnmìlà wọ́n bá kí Ifá lọ wọ́n pọ̀ Ọ̀rúnmìlà ǹjẹ́ tí wọ́n bá kí anything lónìí tá bá pe orí Buhari lónìí ní Nàìjíríà èpè ní gbogbo èèyàn fi ránṣẹ́ sí èpè gbogbo àwọn tó kó wá sí ilẹ̀ Bọ̀nú nígbà yẹn àwọn ló ń pa àwọn èèyàn ẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ wà láyé gowon tó sọ wípé owó rèé àmọ́ bá a ṣe fẹ́ ná ó wà láyé ó wà láàyè báyìí ojú ẹ̀ láyé ẹ̀ ń bàjẹ́ gbogbo nǹkan tó kójọ bàjẹ́ lójú ẹ̀ Ọbásanjọ́ wà láyé ó wà láàyè gbogbo nǹkan tó kójọ ó ń bàjẹ́ lójú ẹ̀ nítorí wípé wọ́n gbìyànjú gbogbo nǹkan tó Ọbásanjọ́ ṣe títí kan Nigeria Highways Burkina Faso ọmọnúmọnú yín bẹ̀ yẹn ó ti ní national carrier wọ́n ti ná Ghana ẹ̀dẹ̀ jókòó sí ibẹ̀ yẹn ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń ba yí jẹ́ ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń bọ̀rùn ṣe jẹ́ àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ ń kú ní ìṣẹ́jú àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ ń kú òṣì ń pa àwọn èèyàn wàhálà ń pa ìdààmú pa ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń increase tariff increase àwọn gómìnà wọ̀nyí àwọn tí wọn ò ní rí alẹ́ rere ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nínú wọn kì í ṣe gbogbo wọn wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n ń ṣe bó ṣe wù náwó jẹ. Akérédolú dà àti Betty tó sọ wípé kí kòńdó fò kó nìṣó Betty dà lónìí eré gbogbo nǹkan tó kọjá yẹn ẹnìkan wà tó ń pè ní Ajímọ̀bí ń jọ́ kínní àná tó ń dà tó lọ ń wó yin kínní Ayéfẹ́lẹ́ àwa ọmọ Nàìjíríà a ní church memory tó lọ ń wó yin kínní Ayéfẹ́lẹ́ sì wà láyé ó wà láàyè Ayéfẹ́lẹ́ tuntun sí ilé tuntun míì ẹni tó dẹ̀ wó ilé ẹ̀ lọ tó wó yin music center ẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ sí òun dà lónìí wọ́n wá sí wọ́n wá gbé èsì síbẹ̀ ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé ṣé èsì yẹn sì ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹlòmíì á ti máa dó ìyàwó ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ.
I told him Nigeria's constitution needs to be reviewed, reworked, remodeled, and designed in a way to suit our democracy and our people, number one. Two, I've told him that we should practice what I call economic nationalism. Money is in the hands of too few people. I don't want to go into the issue of what happens in our oil governance because nobody will believe it. So I'll just leave that one. But when money in Nigeria is in the hands of too few, there's a problem. Let's have a system to distribute wealth equitably, maybe not equally, equitably. Let everybody feel the impact of government. That's what I will tell him. And that's what I told him. I gave him 10 points. 10 points.
But what was his response?
I will call you.
Did he say that he was going to do any of those things you told him?
He said that he will call me. I'm waiting for the call. I'm waiting for the call.
How long was this? How long was this?
Tinubu, this was actually at Babio's birthday celebration in Abuja, where I gave the keynote speech. And I gave them 10 points that if they put in place will change Nigeria. It's not difficult to make Nigeria work. That's the problem.
2027
yes.
It's going to be another milestone. Either we like it or not. If nothing changes.
Yes.
The merger, the coalition, and you were very frank, and you don't like the manner in which what happened in Delta PDP happened. But those who are saying that status quo will be retained if opposition does not get serious. What, looking at the crystal ball, what do you see for 2027?
I see a completely weakened opposition, which has started, unfortunately. If I have to be realistic, I don't see the opposition. I don't see it because if the opposition.
ẹnì kan sọ pé mo sọ pé wọ́n ti máa dó ṣé rí ẹ̀yin Yorùbá ṣé kìí ṣèdè Yorùbá nìyẹn ni ẹ máa parọ́ òun ló dẹ̀ jẹ́ ká ẹ bá yí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ọmọ yín jẹ́ ẹ láìkótọ́ ẹ má jẹ́ kán fọwọ́ kan kinní ẹ o má jẹ́ kán fọwọ́ kan kí ló ń jẹ́ kinní kí ló ń jẹ́ kinní. Most of àwọn ọmọ tí Fúlàní bá sùn wọ̀nyí, you don't train them sex education. You don't tell them the truth. Ibẹ̀ kọ́ mú un lọ, ẹ jẹ́ kí n máa tẹ̀síwájú, ẹ kó ṣì dànù.
Wanted to win my heart. I mean, in Romania yesterday, there was a big debate as to whether a pro-Trump president will win. The reverse happened. A pro-European president won because he engaged the people. I don't see the opposition engaging anybody except capital crossing and defecting.
I'm a cross. I'm a jolly.
Where is the message? It's not coming across. That's the problem. Nothing is coming across. The radio is not tuned properly, so Nigerians are not hearing. If the opposition thinks that they're making any sense, I better tell them tonight they're not. And if they think they have a chance for 2027, they have 2 years to wake up. But if the answer is to keep defecting, that's not going to help Nigerians because it will not strengthen democracy. It will rather weaken it. And that's the big shame. So in reality, the real challenge is where are those people who are prepared to sacrifice to be in the opposition? and make it work. That is the challenge.
The electoral process in this country,
Nigeria can work.
Yeah, the electoral process in this country is one area that gives a lot of people worry. You've identified that we've been unfortunate with the quality of leadership in this country. If you have visionless leaders, purposeless leaders, leaders without focus, the nation can never move forward. But what about election? The process that brings these people to power, how do we fix that?
The process that brings these people to power is unfortunately itself manipulated. It's manipulated. I mean, do you want me to tell you the story of how some people in the APC ran for presidential slots when they lost and the time had passed? They quickly ran to become senators and they are there. Don't you know about that? So what electoral process are you talking about? It doesn't exist. That's the truth. It doesn't exist. Which is why you have voter apathy. People say, I'm going to vote. Will it count? If you want to ask my honest opinion, I ain't going to vote nowhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be on my bed that day, drinking non-alcohol beer. Because I don't know that it will count. If I go and stand in the sun for 1-2 hours just to see people pinching money around, you can see the mago going on. It's so obvious. If you have a camera, you will see it. So you want me to go to that process? I might not go.
Imagine.
I'm still thinking about whether I'll go. But for now, let the opposition wake up. Let them stop drifting into the APC. Come on, stand firm. If you lose, you lose. People will recognize and remember you. This thing we're talking about, very, very soon, people will not remember those who were empowered today. So the legacy you can give yourself is to write your name in history that at a particular point in time, so and so person led the Nigerian opposition, or so and so person led the ruling party. And I'm sure President Tinubu would, at the end of the day, be a better president if he had a strong opposition.
I have just 30 seconds to close the program, Mr. AGBAKOBA. You saw the effort of Mr. Peter Obi. A lot of people never gave him a chance, but you saw what happened. But are those who are thinking that he needs to pair up with someone that is strong to give Nigerians alternative. If you have the opportunity to advise someone like Mr. Peter Obi or Atiku Abubakar ahead of 2027, what would you be telling them? Just about 30 seconds so that we can close.
I'd say to them, build the opposition first. Opposition is not built around a person. It's built around structures and institutions. So Peter Obi, yes, but there must be something around him, not just Peter Obi. There's got to be something around him. So Atiku, there's got to be something around you. But here in Nigeria, we have one-party opposition. That's why it doesn't work. We need to see millions. Have you ever seen anyone? And here's where I criticize the trade union process. Every time they go on their so-called strike, a day to the strike, they call it off. Where is, I blame the churches.
Nonsense.
Where are they? Where are the Catholics? 30 million Catholics. Where are they?
Where are they?
Where are the traditional rulers? Why is
Where is the Daddy Adeboye? To keep mute. Evangelists here, where are they? Where's Baba Adeboye? Where's Baba Kumuyi? Where's Baba Living Faith? Oyedepo? Where are you? Where are you? To look any private jet lane. Abi? Che Kenneth Clamp, Abi? Che American influential American pastor, you Kenneth Clamp, something like that. Ó ti wà lẹ́wọ̀n. 18 man tó wà ní Abuja yìí tó máa ń jó bí ẹsẹ̀ ẹ̀sán ní kí lórúkọ ẹ̀ mo ti gbàgbé tó sọ pé ńgbà tó ń lọ ó ní private jet sí àǹkùlé ẹ̀ ó lóun máa gbé jẹ́ kinní kan tuntun sí ó lóun máa ṣe ó lóun máa mà Ọlọ́run ló bless ẹ̀ gbájú ẹ̀ 419 ni wọ́n ti mú ní Texas wọ́n ti mú ó lè ní Kenneth Kepler ẹ mọ ìgbà tá a ti ń gbúròó yẹn ni níbo náà wà gbogbo kíní tẹ́ ń kójọ yìí ó máa padà dógùn ó máa padà dógùn
We're civil society. So the hapless Nigerian who earns a living every day and makes 2,000 naira, are those the guys you think will fight? When the structure of Nigeria is not working?
Mr. Olisa AGBAKOBA, a former president of the Nigerian Bar Association, senior advocate of Nigeria. Thank you so much. Maybe I should add something. Elder State.
This situation is actually a few days old. I was watching what action will be taken by the House of Assembly, by Senate, and even by the affected politicians in River State, whom I expect to be in the court by now. Because above the above the president himself, there's the law. And I expect those who are affected to take the primary step. Let me confess that I was surprised at the ease with which this emergency
looked forward to a very robust engagement with our stakeholders, for we have seen that in the last 10 years, some of our members who live bohemian lifestyles have been so affected, and there had been no succor for them all over the place. And one very frightening incident we are seeing is that everybody associates them with criminality, but the criminals are only very few of them. We have urged governments, especially the northern state governments, to take action. We had been invited 6 years ago, to make a submission of what we think can work out, but nothing had happened. So we are now very happy that the federal government, with the new livestock development plan, will at least give some kind of breathing space so that our bohemian brothers can find a way of livestock production that can be very peaceful. And we are very much happy that we are part of this. We will work hard. We have lost over 50,000 people, and we have lost over 5 million herds of livestock in the last 10 years, and there has never been any support. And unfortunately, the few who are involved in what is termed as criminality has tarnished the image of everybody. And wherever a Pulo is now seen, he is tagged as a criminal. And we suffer from the stigmatization of the media. We are the only group of people whose members, when they commit crime, it is all attributed to the whole race. I think this is a very dangerous trend, and it need to be taken care of by whoever is concerned. But we, as an association, our objective has all along been to encourage the modernization of livestock production system. We know.
I put you in a rather difficult situation. Perhaps not.
Alpha, Eboleni, Kinimbe, me, the Gori Bridge. Yaketula ni, because àwọn ọmọ ìlú wà ńbẹ̀ yẹn, wọ́n máa yọ láwàní lórí yín. Ẹbọ tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ìbẹ̀lẹ̀ kó igbó sí tẹ̀ǹtà. Mọ̀ pé máa gbàtú oṣù káìlérí. Kò sẹ́ni tó ń gbé yẹn mọ́ ní Saudi Arabia náà. Ẹ kàn máa tàwọn èèyàn jẹ. Pásítọ̀ mi gan fi kọ́là sọ́rùn. Kọ́là yẹn náà máa fi dáná sun tó bá yá. Ọlọ́run ṣàánú. Ẹ máa parọ́, ẹ máa ṣe bí ẹ pé Ọlọ́run ni. Ẹ lọ jókòó jàre àfà. Ẹbẹ́ yín lẹ kọ́kọ́ bú èèyàn kan láàárọ̀. Èmi náà ta sí yín padà ní 1-1 ni. 1-1. Pásítọ̀ bá lè sọ̀rọ̀. Mi ò lè gbé yín yà ńbẹ̀ yẹn. Mi ò lè gorí bíríìjì. Èló lẹ́sán. Ẹ wo ẹ lọ bí nǹkan tí mo sọ láàárọ̀ ni kẹ́ ẹ lọ sọ, ẹ lọ jíṣẹ́ fún ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tó jẹ́ ọyọ́kọ́ tí ò dẹ̀ lè fọ́ láéláé. Ẹ̀yin tèmi, màá padà wá o. Ẹ bá ní kẹ́ wá mi wá, mọ̀ wá. Ìjọ tí ń tó bá fi ìṣàpàtà jẹ́ náà lẹ́wọ̀ rẹ̀ bàjẹ́. Ọdúndún yé ọmọ asọ̀dídẹ̀rọ̀. Ó dàbọ̀.